What up, my people? You know who it is. In this episode, we're going to be going over the Bahamas.
I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. Don't need to look no further.
This is a recreation.
On this trip to the Bahamas, I actually took the trip on a cruise. So we went to a few different islands, and the majority of the lessons that I learned were business oriented. A couple of recreational ones, but mostly business. So let's get into it. The first lesson that I learned was the different kinds of law. There's actually 4 different types of law, but it was very interesting to me. One of the major things that I learned was maritime law and how international law interacts with different jurisdictions. I know there's a lot of legal jargon. If you're really interested in that, I suggest you check it out. On that trip, I learned a lot about that. Now, the last business-oriented lesson I learned was the importance of tourism. Living in Florida, I can tell you that tourism was a very important part of our economy, our local economy. Living in the Orlando area, there are a lot of businesses around there cater to the tourism that our theme parks bring to the city. So,
Be the change you want to see. Be radically creative.
now the last few lessons I learned were recreational. So the first major lesson I learned was the difference between a jet ski and a motorcycle, and the dynamics of actually operating those. They're very different. Finding very well cured cannabis on the island, and I had this problem on other islands as well. I feel like the humidity level is too high to get a decent cure. Our final lesson is a little, I guess, sentimental, but I realized why I dislike going to zoos and aquariums. It's just really sad to me. I don't like looking at animals inside of a cage or inside of a tank. I don't know, I just get a real fucked up vibe off of that. So, you know, you may call me a hippie or whatever, but I just don't like that. All right, my people, so those were a few lessons I learned on my trip to the Bahamas. Hopefully this sparked a little interest for your own research and any of the business lessons I learned, but if not, hopefully it entertained you. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Be the change you want to see. Be radically creative.